Hello guys, welcome to ByteGeek. In today's video, I'll guide you step-by-step process of installing MySQL Server on your computer or laptop. Let's get started. First, we need to download MySQL. Open your web browser. I'll be using Google Chrome. In the search bar, type MySQL and press enter. From the search results, click on the official website link, mysql.com. Once you're on the MySQL homepage, go to the Downloads menu. Scroll down and find the MySQL Community GPL Downloads section. Click on that. On the Community Downloads page, you'll see several options. Look for MySQL Installer for Windows and click the link. Here, you can choose the version you want to download. If you need an older version or want to change the operating system, you can do so as needed. There are two installer options available. I recommend downloading the full installer as it works on both 32-bit and 64-bit systems, and it is around 353 megabytes in size. Click on Download button. You may be prompted to log in or sign up for an Oracle account. You can skip this by clicking on No thanks, just start my download. Now, wait for the download to finish, and it will take some time depending on your internet speed. Once the download is complete, open your Downloads folder and double-click the MySQL Installer executable file to start the installation process. A prompt will appear asking for permission. Click Yes to continue. Then again, click Yes. In the first window of the installer, you'll be asked to choose a setup type. If you want to install only the MySQL server, you can select that option. If you only need the client tools, you can choose the client setup. But if you want to install both the server and client components, along with other useful tools, you should select either the full setup or the custom option. In this case, I'm choosing the full setup and clicking Next. Next, we'll see a list of features that will be installed, including MySQL Server, Workbench, Shell, Router, documentation, and sample data. To begin the installation, simply click Execute. The installer will now install each feature one by one. Wait for the process to complete. Once all components are installed, click Next to continue. The next screen will take you through the configuration process for the server and router. You can keep the config type to development computer, and if you'd like to customize the server configuration, such as the port number or computer name, you can do that here. Otherwise, you can keep the default settings and click Next. For authentication, the installer recommends using a strong password. Keep the default authentication method selected and click Next again. Now, choose the strong password for the default username root. Make sure your password includes at least one uppercase letter, one special character, and some numbers. Enter and confirm your password, then proceed by clicking Next. Now, keep the default settings and click Next. Continue by clicking Next again. When you reach the file server permission screen, select Yes. Grant full access to the user running Windows services, the first option, then click Next to proceed. Next, click Execute to apply the configuration changes. Once the process is complete, click Finish. You will now move on to the product configuration steps. Click Next, then click Finish. Then click Next. On the Connect to Server page, enter the MySQL root password you set earlier during the installation. Click the check button to verify the connection. If everything is correct, it will confirm that the connection to the MySQL server was successful. Click Next, then click Execute to complete the setup. Once done, click Finish, then Next, and finally click Finish again to complete the entire MySQL installation and configuration process. After completing the installation, you'll see the Welcome to MySQL Workbench screen. The next step is to add MySQL to your system's environment variables. To do this, open File Explorer and go to this PC. Then open Local Disk C. Go to Program Files, then MySQL folder, then MySQL Server folder, then Bin. Once you're inside the bin folder, click on the address bar at the top and copy the full path. Next, open the Start menu and search for Edit the System Environment Variables and click on it. In the new window, under the Advanced tab, click the Environment Variables button. In the System Variables section, find the path variable, click on it, and then click the Edit button. In the window that opens, click New, and then paste the path you copied. Click OK to close each window. The MySQL path has now been successfully added to your system's environment variables. Now, let's verify whether MySQL was installed correctly. To do this, open the command prompt. Go to the Start menu, search for CMD, and press Enter. In the command prompt, type the command MySQL space -- version and press Enter. If the version number appears, that means MySQL is installed properly and ready to use. Next, let's log in to the MySQL server to confirm it's working. Type MySQL -u root -p. After entering this command, press Enter. You'll be asked to type the password you set during installation. Enter your password and hit Enter again. If everything is set up correctly, you'll be logged into the MySQL server, and MySQL is now fully operational on your system. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more simple and useful tech tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.